Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is D-Dun here, the most chill COD player. And in case you guys don't know, the XMGs have got a huge buff. And this was discovered by some people in the PC community who kind of dig through the code and find this stuff. And it was kind of a sneak thing. It wasn't listed in the patch notes for the most recent patch, so no one really knew about it until people dug into the code, then word got out. But I've only seen 2 videos about these guns, and in case you can't guess, we're talking about the XMGs. I think I already did mention that, but and that was Drifter, who does these sort of videos regularly, you know, breakdowns of guns and everything, and then Hutch, who's a really big YouTuber. He's an OG of the COD community. And you know, he made a video about these, but because he saw Drifter's video. So unless you're subscribed to Drifter or Hutch, there's a really good chance that you guys have not heard about these guns or seen them in action. And let me tell you that these guns right now are a top tier weapon in Advanced Warfare. They just took this gun from absolute crap to being quite possibly the best gun in the game. And I know that you know, you're thinking to yourself, if you've ever played with XMGs, these guns are ass. There is no way that they could have done anything to make these guns actually viable and good. But just hear me out and watch the gameplay in the background. It is a DNA bomb, but the XMGs, man. So obviously they're a Kimbo, and basically what they did is they tightened the hip fire spread probably tenfold. I don't really deal with exact numbers and anything, but I can tell you that it is hands down. Imagine the SAC 3s, but with infinite range and 10-15 times more powerful. You know, it's like a 3 to 4 shot kill or a 3 to 5 shot kill, depending on your variant. And in addition to that, you stack rapid fire on these, and especially with the version that I'm running here, which is the bread and butter, it's one of the elite versions, you're talking 2,000 rounds per minute, which is by far the fastest firing gun in the game. Now granted, it is a Kimbo, so there's some hip fire element to it, so they're not super accurate, but still, 2,000 RPM is like 2 rapid fire Scorpions from Black Ops 2 or something like that. Like, unbelievably fast, incredibly powerful. And now with this tight hipfire spread, they are extremely competitive up close. You can beat the Obsidian Steed, you could probably beat the Insanity, you could probably beat the Speakeasy, because we're talking about the same bullets to kill, but they fire, you know, anywhere between 2 to 5 times faster. You can just absolutely hose down people. They don't stand a chance, and these have quickly become, honestly, my favorite guns in Advanced Warfare. I kind of like these quirky guns. I like using, you know, different guns. I'm past the days of only using the best guns in the game and sweating, you know, for gameplays and to get the best score lines. Now, granted, on YouTube, you know, that's kind of what I do, is, you know, try and post above average gameplays. But I like to experiment and I like to have fun with different guns. And if Advanced Warfare has become stale for you, then you need to hop on and you need to play with the XMGs, because they are a ton of fun. Now, earlier I had mentioned about one of the attributes of this gun is that it has infinite range. And you're thinking, probably, if it's hipfire only, what are you talking about? Well, obviously we're talking about the deployable mode. You will see me, like right there, pick up a couple quick kills. There is no recoil. You get the same damage, you get the same rate of fire, but with no recoil. The only problem, or the only thing that is tough to deal with, is that there is absolutely 0 aim assist. So that can kind of be an issue if you're using these guns in deployable mode. But if your opponent is, you know, relatively standing still, you're going to mow through them before they can even move. And if you have good enough aim, you can track your targets really well without aim assist, then you're not going to have any problem picking people off at long range. Now, of course, you are standing still, so that is kind of a difficult thing to deal with. But I promise you, you can even deploy in midair. So say you're double jumping and you catch someone. If you're fast enough on the draw, you know, you can deploy and just hose them down before they can, you know, get on target with you, hopefully. And I think that is one of the things that make this gun super competitive. It's great up close, it's great at long range. And the only thing right now that you will need some experience with these guns to get really good with them, is the medium range, because it's just far enough away that your hip fire is going to start to hinder you a little bit. So you may get outgunned by people who can actually aim down sight. Or, you know, you're kind of wondering, well, do I go in deployable mode and try and pick up the kills that way? In which case, you know, since you're in a medium, you know, range situation, those BALs, those ASM1s, you know, they have a better chance of, you know, finding you and getting you on target and killing you faster. So what I recommend is that's the point when you're really going to want to try and, you know, double jump, try and slide, try and do something in order to evade their bullets, and you will be able to pick up those kills, I promise you. These guns are absolutely amazing. Now, to be honest, I haven't really tried a ton of the variants, but like I said, this is the bread and butter. It gives you +3 fire rate and I think -1 damage. Stack on rapid fire and extended mags. You do not need a laser sight. Do not use a laser sight with these guns. I promise you, you do not need them, and it doesn't help you at all. Well, if it does, it's minuscule. You will not notice a difference. So just run rapid fire and extended mags. Make sure you have gun ho on, and make sure you have lightweight on, and you will do fine. You do not need toughness, which also makes it a very competitive weapon, because you know, if you're not worried about you know, sorry, if you're not worried about going on streaks, you don't really have to use scavenger, and you can still pick up, you know, 5, 10, maybe even 15 kills depending on, you know, how accurate you are without running scavenger. If you run scavenger, you don't need toughness, especially if you're not using the deployable mode, and if you're just, you know, straight rushing people and hip firing, you do not need toughness. So you can just run like blast suppressor and scavenger, or blast suppressor and nothing. You know, you don't have to waste that third spot. Me personally, just because I do use the deployable mode here and there, and because I've been using these guns on pretty much every map, including long range maps, I do run toughness, just so that in case I do get into a gunfight where I'm in deployable mode and someone's shooting back, you know, I don't have to worry about view kick. But you can see right there, that was a pretty long range kill for hip fire only, and I picked it up very easily. Because of the high damage, they have a high wall penetration, so you can get wallbang kills too. Like these guns are seriously top tier. They are very competitive now, and you have to try them. You have to use them. I promise you, you will like them. The only thing I am kind of worried about is that, you know, people will discover how good these guns are, and they are going to be a major pain in the ass to deal with on the other end of it. But you know, about the only guns that can really beat these is a shotgun, and I really mean that. Up close, a shotgun can beat you, and that's about it. So give them a try, and I think you guys will absolutely fall in love. I think, like I said, if Advanced Warfare is getting stale for you, you will find, you know, at least a week's worth of fun with these guns. I'm having a blast using them, and you know, like I said, I did manage to pick up a DNA bomb. So anyway, that is the video for today, guys. Give them a shot. If you've already tried them, leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think of them. If you go try them now, come back to this video and leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed it, like I said, leave a like. If you hate it, then that's fine. Dislike it and leave me a comment why. Make sure to check out all links below in the description. And if you are new and you enjoy my content, a subscription is always appreciated. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.